Welcome to Blank Surfaces. I'm Catherine Sewell, and I'm here with Scott Baker. Scott, introduce yourself and tell us what your mission is.
Hi everyone, my name's Scott Baker and I'm from Glasgow in Scotland in the UK. So I've always had a passion about sharing my story and creating this platform for others where if people are suffering in silence, well, they've got a place where they can access a page where they can speak to other people who maybe are struggling, who maybe are going through the same similar things to themselves. So I created Scottish Recovery and Wellness, and yeah, the response has been fantastic. Just the power of people engaging with each other, if they're having a good day, having a bad day. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
Your comment about people suffering in silence is so true. Describe for us what it was like for you during your school years.
So continuing the work of Scottish Wellness and Recovery, I think for me it was when I started to write down my feelings, my thoughts, my past traumas, my lived experiences. This story started to come together, and then I self-published my first book on Amazon, Scottish Recovery and Hope. And for me, I think it was living with mental illness long term from the age of 8 until obviously now I'm 24, turning 25. I think for me it was telling a story. So yeah, I've always had a passion and always loved expressing my feelings and thoughts and what's going on inside my head. It's good to then write it down. It maybe doesn't make any sense, but then 3 days later it passes, and then boom, there you go, there's a story, and then it makes sense. So then I got the opportunity to film my first recovery story, and it was just fantastic going through the progress of picking out what's important, what's happened to me, realising, having an understanding of my own mental health. I think it was just great to start up my own platform and link in with other sectors and services, and yeah, it just all came together. So for me to overcoming and managing my mental health, I think it goes back to when I basically was younger. I always struggled day in and day out with mental illness, ADHD, emotional unstable personality disorder. And I think for me, it was attending psychiatrist appointments, GP appointments and stuff, always getting told I was never good enough, I was never going to make it. I think getting put on so many different medication and told to try and do so many different things, I just never ever could understand it or get the gist of what was wrong with me. So I continued to engage with psychiatrists and psychologists, done a lot of work about me, myself, understanding what's happened and where I want to be. So I think the good news out of that came that I no longer have to see any psychiatrist, psychologist. I've now been discharged from mental health services, and I think being told to take a tablet from the age of 8 until 24, being told that this is what we think's right, this is what we think, I think it just shows that it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are or your background is, that there is hope and there is light at the end of that tunnel. Because for me, I always thought, well, this is my life, I need to accept it, and yeah, I have accepted it. I realise that my journey of mental illness will always continue. I will always have good and bad days, but now I understand that I have been discharged from services and I am on reducing medication, and I just feel that, well, turning 25 in February, well, I think that is quite a success story itself. But I still have my struggles day in and day out, like can't even get out of bed, not want to wash or eat, just not want to socialise with other people. And then I have days when I'm up and I'm on a high, I don't sleep for 2-3 days at a time. I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm just on a high. So yeah, 2 days are never the same, but what I will say is never give up, because I always thought that I would never get through this. But yeah, 2020 and 2021 has been a difficult year for everybody, and I just feel that, well, if I can get through it and if I can be discharged and then set up my own platform and network by sharing my own story, helping other people share their stories, I feel that something positive, and I hope that change and that authorities and sectors and people can come together and start being a bit more kinder.
It's great to hear you self-published a book, which is another way to share your story, Scott. How did you overcome and cope with your mental health issues?
For me, getting these opportunities to take part, working with directors, producers, writers, doing a bit of acting, modelling, and for me to express my story, which has been a roller coaster with mental illness, but for now to take that to another level by working with all these people to create something special. It could be a play, a musical, a movie. My aim and hope is to have my own talk show and TV show, so then I have got my own platform and people can come on and talk about mental illness or talk about how they've been, play games, just have a bit of fun, because I feel that life is very tricky and very hard for all of us, and I feel like it is just a day at a time, especially now with everything going on. But I think we need to start being a bit more kinder to ourselves and appreciating other people around us. So I'm going to continue the work that I'm doing in 2021 with Lawrence Britt, who is a fantastic producer and editor, and he is the founder of Across the Canvases, and I'm obviously going to be featuring his new TV show Blank Surfaces. And yeah, it's been fantastic to get all these opportunities for me, but also I can't wait to continue travelling when it's safe to do it and get other people's recovery stories and meet other people like myself and gather everybody's input and stories and try and build from that, because I feel that being a voice for other people is very important. And also coming up this year, I have got a modelling competition that I've made into the grand final, Mr. Top Model UK, so I'm quite excited about that, and that's another opportunity for me then to build up my portfolio and platform, and then to then represent the people that don't feel good enough, because I think going back to being at school and leaving school with no exams or nothing like that, no getting a proper education, and then now being on a roller coaster with my own mental health and journey, and then now getting to do what I absolutely love is performing, being a voice for others, being on stage, getting to do the acting, the modelling, the TV work, moving forward and continuing to get to that place where I want to be. I think, yeah, it has been like one big roller coaster, but it's also very exciting and good at the same time.
That's great news that you've been able to overcome and move forward. Now, the last question is, what are your goals and plans for the future?
If you want to learn more about me, check out my Facebook page, Scotty's Wellness and Recovery, and check out Across the Canvases, Blank Surfaces by Lawrence Britt, and just get in touch because there's exciting things coming out in the future. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.